Hi, Virgo. Welcome to your love and relationship reading for April 1st through April 15th. For those of you who are just now tuning in, these are generalized readings. I'd like to start off with a reading for my singles, and then I move into a reading for my couples. I am available to answer any questions. It can be reached at mandraflowtarot@gmail.com. Okay, so the first card in your spread, this represents where you are right now. This is the Knight of Stones. This is the horse. Um, this is this indicates that you're in a space where you're trying to maintain control of the life that is functioning around you and your participation in it. However, since things are sometimes out of our control, you're finding a struggle. So you're kind of having a juggling act, trying to keep yourself within control and also you're on the point of maybe kind of losing it as well. So we have this balance, this yin and yang, back and forth that's happening here right now. What's covering you is the hawk, and this is the Knight of Arrows. This has to do with your perception. You're very intuitive, and I really want you to lean on that right now. I think that things haven't always been easy for you, and I think that in order to find comfort and maintain control within you, which is what you're seeking, to really lean on the energy of the hawk. So really listen to your intuition, and this is going to help you feel like you're maintaining balance. The next card is the foundation of this situation, and this is a Six of Bows. This represents abundance. This also this represents the type of the type of life that you're seeking. You have a deep understanding of how you're able to create the type of life that you want. You believe in the law of attraction. You get back what you put out, and this is the type of energy that you're really focusing on and working on right now. You have the elements that are all around you. You're just confused as to how to take control of them to enforce the type of life that you want. Now, in the recent past, we have the Queen of Stones. This is the bear. This represents a relationship that is fading from your life. But I also think that this relationship is something that inspired this type of change, this transition that you're going through, where you're really focusing on what you want and creating that. I think that this person could have been somebody who was rather hard and pushy sometimes. And I think that that's what ultimately led to the demise of this relationship. This has to do with your aspirations. This is the Five of Arrows. This is frustration. I think that this frustration that's represented in this card is the type of chaos from the horse that you're trying to avoid, but you can't really help it because you can only take control of yourself, and you're only responsible for your actions and reactions towards situations, and that's what you're trying to keep in control. However, there's also outside forces that are around you that isn't going accordingly. And that's what's really frustrating, trying to maintain control, even though I don't think we can ever have total control. Okay. The next card is the World Tree, and this represents you and the environment of the future. This could indicate that there is somebody who is going to be coming into your life, and there's going to be a balance. It's really funny. I think that the theme throughout this reading is balance and understanding how to work with the balance within all things, and an understanding that you can't have one without the other. I think that this person is going to be somebody who really challenges that, but challenges it in a good way. Somebody who really inspires you and helps you really understand this process, which is life. The outcome is the Page of Vessels, and this is the Otter. I think that this new person coming into your life is a water sign. This person is going to be very curious, very tenacious. This person, again, is going to really inspire you, because it's really, this person coming into your life is really going to tap into, again, this whole balance that's going on and help you really deal with things that are out of your control. So, with that said, I am going to move into a reading for my couples. Okay. So, the first card in the spread is the Three of Wands. This has to do with seeing the fruits of your efforts play out. This indicates what you're bringing into this relationship. This lets me know that you guys have put in a lot of work towards this. This is something that a relationship that's very important to you. And you're really just wanting to see how your relationship is going to play out, and you think that it's going to be successful because of all the hard work. And this also represents the dedication that you've put into this relationship. There's a lot of manifestation that has gotten placed into this relationship. The next card is the card of Judgment, and this is where you are now in regards to the other person. Now, when we talk about the Three of Wands and it represents the work that you have put into this relationship, it also, with the card of Judgment, I think that there's a lot of obstacles that you guys have had to overcome as a couple together. However, you have risen above issues and have continued to maintain the importance and strive towards moving forward with this relationship. The next card is the Nine of Pentacles, and this is what you're hoping to get from this relationship. Now, this is very interesting. This has to do with not only your independence not only your strength within a couple, but also this person empowers you within yourself. So I'm wondering if this person inspires you in other avenues, such as, your earthly matters, such as finance, your career aspirations. I think that this person is very supportive of you, which really makes you also an independent creature, which, a lot of times when we're in relationships, a lot of people tend to lose their sense of self and really put a high precedence in them being together and being as whole. But we often forget about ourselves. So I think that this is a really nice dynamic to this relationship. The next card is the Queen of Swords, and this represents what the other person is bringing into this relationship. This person is very intuitive. This person is honest, and very, very intelligent. Often at times, though, this person can be a little nitpicky, so to speak, and can come across as being over analytical. However, I believe that this person's intentions are good in regards to this relationship. The next card is the Empress, and this is what they're getting out of this relationship. The Empress turns spirit into matter. This Empress is a creator, and I really feel like this person, takes a lot of pride in the life that you guys are creating together. This could also indicate maybe you guys moving forward with a family or continuing to build your family if you guys are already at that space. The next card is the Temperance, and this is what they're hoping to achieve and experience with you. Even though we have the energy of the Queen of Swords, which can come across as being rather nitpicky, this person hopes to achieve things within this relationship, as far as the dialogue between you two, as somebody who comes across very gentle, but also is very effective in getting his or her point across, but they do it in a very gentle manner. The next card is the Wheel of Fortune, and this represents how you see your partner. You see all of the opportunities that are abundant within this relationship and the possibilities in different directions that you could take this relationship in, but also understanding that relationships go through peaks and valleys, okay? The next card is the Five of Wands, and this is how your partner sees you. I think that, as far as the Queen of Swords is, as far as having the Queen of Swords here, I think that this is the issue at hand with the Five of Wands. I think that sometimes this person, even though this person desires to be very gentle within the demeanor in which they communicate things, that this over nitpicky sort of analytical side can sort of rear its ugly head. And it also looks like you guys have overcome a lot of things in the past. However, it looks like the next couple weeks, there might be some turbulence at hand. And I think that, like within all relationships, I said, within the Wheel of Fortune, we all go through peaks and valleys. The outcome we have here is the Two of Swords. So this could indicate that maybe right now, within the next 2 weeks, there's a heavy need for some serious communication so that these issues could be worked through. I don't see your relationship dissolving by any means. I think that the supporting cards here, would suggest that this relationship has, a very strong connection. However, I think, again, we all go through peaks and valleys, and it would be beneficial if you guys exercise some effective communication. It looks like right now somebody might be acting a little stubborn and might be closed off. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to pull some cards to see what you need to learn to make this relationship successful. A Mother of Swords, honesty, Son of Pentacles, creativity, family values, and the ability to be open to learning. Okay, so right here we have, well, I'm going to start with the Three of Pentacles. We have a learning point, trying to start from the foundation and work your way up. This could be a cause for a recognition and trying to take a different approach to this situation. We have the Mother of Swords, who again resonates with the Queen of Swords, which really touches on honesty, and then the ability to bend a little and try to learn new opportunities to exercise different ways of moving forward with each other. That in relationships, it's a balance again. So you guys have to be willing to see things through each other's eyes. But another key component is being able to listen to each other so that we can really have that process of deep understanding within one another. So, with that said, if you guys have any questions, please feel free to email me at mantraflowtarot@gmail.com. Thanks, you guys.